Ivana. sexual comments, or any other inappropriate behavior, including the consumption or possession of alcohol and tobacco, because it will not be tolerated and is grounds for removal from this event. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game.
Fans, this time we ask you please rise and move your caps for this playing of the national anthem. Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Governor Center for this conference matchup featuring the visiting Lady Chargers of Dominican University and your Coastal University Eagles women's basketball team. Here are the starting lineups first for the visiting Lady Chargers. That guard, 5'5" freshman from Jamaica, New York, number 1, Sky Prester. That guard, 5'8" junior from Worcester, Massachusetts, number 2, Tamia Nunes. That guard, a 5'7" junior from Bergenfield, New Jersey, number 10, Isabella Javier. That guard, a 5'9" senior from Naugatuck, Connecticut, number 13, Kayla Howard. And at center, a 6'1" senior from Chesapeake, Virginia, number 31, Delana Taylor. Lady Chargers are led by head coach Bill Diner in his 16th season, assistant coaches Kyle Jarrett, Kellyanne Dunley, Kyla Latimer, and Alexis Suarez. And now the starting lineup for your Coast University Eagles. That guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 0, Cameron Porter. That guard, a 6-foot graduate student from Stamford, Connecticut, number 2, Megan Lancidal. That guard, a 5'7" junior from Long Island, New York, number 4, Jaslyn Walker. That forward, a 5'6" senior from Storrs, Connecticut, number 10, Claire Green. And at forward, a 5'10" junior from Enfield, Connecticut, number 23, Alyssa Rosino.
All right, folks, and welcome into the Drebner Center here on a chilly January evening. Cody Shapley here on the call. My good friend Mike Buglio. And Mike, it's two teams in the CACC that are kind of in that window in the conference, kind of the middle to the end at 3-6 and 2-5 overall. Post University Eagles hosting the Dominican Chargers. We'll start with Post. They've had a lot of injuries. They had to cancel 2 games earlier this year. They're kind of on a little bit of a roll, winning their last couple, including a big win against a Wilmington squad by around 40 points. What do you think they need to do to get a W here and keep that win streak going?
Well, I think most importantly, they got to keep shooting the ball well. They're coming off their season high field goal percentage at 45.9%. So if they can keep that up, they'll have a good shot to win here today.
And on the other side of the coin, Dominican selected to finish first in the conference coming into the preseason. Haven't really shown it in the 5-12 record. What do they have to do to show the reason why they were selected number 1?
I think they got to get off to a hot start here, see the ball go in early, and see if they can make some runs.
So tip-off is won by Dominican. Let's let you know who today's starters is. First for Dominican, a freshman guard number 1, Sky Priester with the ball now. Tamia Nunes follows her in the backcourt, a junior wearing number 2. Isabella Javier wears number 10. A shot by local product Kayla Hayward by just down the road Naugatuck. That's where she's from. and Delana Taylor will be the big in the middle, wearing 31. For the Eagles, it's Cameron Porter, the sophomore guard, wears 0. Megan Lansdale wears 2. Jaslyn Walker wears 4. That's a great cut. Alyssa Rosignol, the leading scorer in today's affair, 17 points per game, and rounding things out, the de facto big center in the middle. A good friend of mine, actually, number 10, Claire Green.
Great to see Rosignol get a bucket early. Just a great pass by her teammate and an easy look with the left hand.
The post going to a zone look to begin. A 3 from outside by Howard. Again, a homecoming for her from Naugatuck, Connecticut. She's had herself a nice college career. 3-pointer on the way. That one is missed. Lansdale just 26% on the season, the Lenore Ryan transfer. And she misses wide there and be out of bounds for Dominican.
Post is going to press here too, and they're not going to make it easy for Dominican to cross half court.
Put some pressure on, and they will split it. Nunes looks down low. Nice pass and the finish.
Great
Ilana
ball
Taylor.
movement there. Great ball movement and player movement there to set up an easy look under the basket.
And Taylor able to finish. She's about 4 points, 4 rebounds a game on average. Played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sports in high school, including cross country, track and field, volleyball, soccer, golf, and of course basketball. This one is going to rattle out. Again, at just 61% free throw shooting. Drive here by Porter. She will turn, flip it up. That's off the front of the rim, but rebounded to her. Try to pass it back out, and it's Howard with a hand on it. Priester, quick shot, flips it in.
That's why they tell you to always keep your hands up on defense right there.
Exactly. Able to go in transition, and a small lead for Dominican early. Green
Cameron Porter showing off that spin move early.
created some space for Green, couldn't hit it, and back they go running again. Priester just took her eye off the ball, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately those two couldn't connect, but I like the decision. Dominicans keeping their eyes up. They're looking to find the open person.
4-2 early here in the first quarter. Green space. Green goes down low. Is it off somebody? No. It says Green last to touch it. She did have Lansdale outside. Try to go short corner.
Yeah, Green just tries to make the extra pass there. Looks like she could have gone for the layup potentially.
Green from Storrs, Connecticut, played most of her college ball at Rhode Island College for the Anchor Women, where she participated in multiple NCAA tournaments, including the famed Final Four run from them a couple seasons ago as a freshman, and then doubled that up with a Sweet 16 as a sophomore. Touch is good, and Dominican expands their lead to 4. This is Walker, passes out to Lansdale, and another errant pass. And they're looking for help. They're going to say off Dominican.
Rosignol had the mismatch on her. They tried getting her the ball, just unfortunately couldn't find her.
First sub of the day comes from Post as Jaslyn Walker checks in. She wears number 5. And top of the key, there she is. Going to drive immediately. Rosignol, half spin, turnaround jumper. That's tough, but Green with the hustle. That's going to result in the and one. Jasmine Day Cox ended up picking up the loose ball off the Claire Green offensive rebound, and that's a highlight play.
Yeah, she's in the right spot at the right time there. It doesn't get much easier than that bucket for Jasmine Day Cox.
I'm trying to complete the three-point play. It's already got to her season average, or approaching your season average already with their first 3. Averages about 7. Howard stops, pops, gets it to drop. Smooth stroke, but 14 points per game from her. She'll also do it defensively. You already see her get a steal. She averages about 2 per game, and she'll block a shot. up around over 1.5.
Yeah, you could tell that she wants to get to that spot right there, too. That's a few pull-up attempts there from that spot so far.
Nifty dish by Green, and that's a green from Megan Lansdale. A quick answer.
Rainbow pass.
Yep, pin screen down into the corner. They're going to go outside to Howard, and this is a runaway train. And Cox Day blows the bunny. Lansdale will pick up the offensive rebound, and they'll go into their half court. Lansdale.
It's a nice double on defense to get the turnover, but got to finish. Rosignol bails him out there.
The transfer from Niagara University was third team All-CACC last season, about 12 points per game. Has jumped that scoring average to right around 17. Go on with 5.5 rebounds and an assist a game. That's nothing but air from Kayla Howard.
Kayla Howard's been aggressive to start this game. Had success from the mid-range.
One of just two Dominican players over 10 points per game. It's her and Katura Ruddy. Ruddy has played in all 17 games they've played so far this year, all off the bench, however. Rosignol will direct some traffic outside. And they're running kind of the same play
Nice
that
cut.
Green just did earlier, and Jaslyn Walker will finish on the other side.
Crafty finish there using the reverse.
And they go right back. This trap, this press look is not phasing the Lady Chargers at all. Again, 5-12 record coming into play today, 3-6 within the conference.
Rosignol's got the left-hand drive.
Gonna pull up with the right, miss everything, but another offensive rebound for the Eagles. They pop it back out. Pull-up shot is missed. And Dominican, were 4 of their last 5 and 5 of their last 6 from the field. Shot from Priester. That one back iron out. Howard's second rebound, and they are going to get the timeout called. Heads up move by Nunes there to call it.
You love to see the effort there to get the board. That's Kayla Howard hitting the deck.
So that's a big first quarter so far, 11-10. We'll take a quick break. 4.5 left to go here at the Drubner. So back here, Cody Shalfu, Mike Buglio, 11-10. It sits with the hosts in the lead early on.
Dominican's done a great job dealing with the pressure from post.
Go around the top of the key. Overloading one side. Cutting is Priester. They're going to find a block shot. Second effort is no. That's Katura Ruddy. A nice backdoor cut. A block shot initially, and then the offensive rebound results in a foul.
Tiara Tyson letting her presence be known on the defensive end. Just unfortunately gets some of that arm.
Yeah, Tyson coming in 11 points per game, 1.5 steals per game, mostly off the bench. And it's a tale of two different teams. Consistency for one, and so much inconsistency from the other in terms of at least the lineup. For Dominican, they've only had one game where the starting lineup was different all season. 4 players on the roster, 17-17 in games played and started coming into play today. First one's good by Ruddy. And for post, they've had so many different starting lineups. You have multiple players who are giving you starting minutes, bench minutes, just due to injuries and not being able to kind of get into a rhythm. And now that the roster's a little bit healthier, it's a big reason why they're probably going on this nice little run is because they finally have some cohesion.
Yeah, it's always nice to have some continuity. That sure helps Dominican today.
Cameron Porter went quick to the line. She is the all-time points leader in high school's history, conference MVP, all-state, all-city, you name it, she did it. Coming from Chicago, Illinois, where you got to be pretty good to get those accolades out there.
Very nice list of accolades. She's been a workhorse for this team, too. Leads the squad in minutes played, minutes per game.
So we are knotted up at 12 with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Howard out to Priester. Priester down low to Ruddy. Ruddy is going to drive baseline. Howard relocates but rushed the shot a bit. Green had the rebound stripped away from her. Great hustle from Dominican.
Ruddy just finds the basketball there just when he thought it was going the other way.
Good ball movement for most of the game. Kaylee Ahern in now. And that's turned over. Green gets her hand in the passing lane. Good job by the senior. Hounding defense from Ruddy. Porter kicks it out. Here's the drive by Walker. Denied.
Good double there. Kaylee Ahern could sense the drive there and rotates over for the double.
All right. And with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left, it's Walker going to come off the floor, bonk the noggin a bit.
Good to see her get up and get off on her own strength.
So 11 seconds shot clock. So you don't have to rush it immediately, but you can't take your time either.
No.
Green. Dribble handoff to Day Cox. 4 to shoot. Day Cox will let it go, and that's going to miss everything. And shot clock violation is going to be it. So
both teams haven't really been able to get the three ball going yet today.
No, 0 for 5 combined, or 0 for 6 combined now after that last miss.
Yeah, both teams have been able to have their best success when they were able to get into the paint area.
And here we go, right back to it. The hop step is called as a travel. So a turnover immediately, back-to-back. Good defensive possessions by both of these squads. And out after her first stint is Mackenzie Ford. So still at 12. Porter, the point guard for the offense. Lanzadell gets out, and a little bit too tall
Tough
for
pass.
Rosignol. That'll go off her fingertips and a turnover.
It's been a struggle to get Rosignol the ball in the post so far today. Got to give credit to the defensive Dominican.
Across the timeline. Howard back to Priester. Back into a 1-3-1 look. They'll look to trap. It gets to the elbow or into the corners.
Good hands there by Megan Lanzadell.
Dump down low, and that's a 2-point bucket for Katira Ruddy. Again, one of just 2 players averaging double figures at 10.5 for the freshman. Shot Lanzadell is long, and Rosignol again tries to save it. Ruddy 3 times already CACC Rookie of the Week.
The three-point struggles continue.
And most of them have been air balls, not even
Yeah,
hitting.
way off.
Rosignol fills in, and a turnover forced finally by Post on their trap. They try to go deep with it.
See, how can they get Rosignol a good look here? They bring the double.
Yeah, they are definitely pressuring her and making sure anyone else but 11 seconds to shoot. They're still out in the perimeter. Finally get it down low. Green adjusts. Offensive board for her. Kicks it out.
Never hit the rim.
And that one is good. Finally a three-point ball.
Yeah, it looked like they awarded him a new shot clock there. I don't think that ball hit the rim.
Either way, three-pointer for Post. They take the short lead, 15-14. Minute left in quarter one. It's been back and forth. And loose ball. And it's going to be a turnover. It's either going to be out of bounds or a travel, and Ruddy is going to get hit with it. Post early on has the rebound lead, 12-6. They have 7 offensive rebounds. So they've been able to help themselves out. It's led to 8 second chance points. And I'm going to say over and back. And good pressure by Serenity Downey.
Those rebounding numbers will certainly be a key in this one, as each team's trying to get into the paint.
Yeah, neither team are exceptionally tall. The tallest players on the court between 5'6" and 5'9", really. No true 6-footers we'll be seeing today, at least not for extended minutes.
Post's been very great on defense. Unfortunately, they don't come up with that one.
Yeah, they've been flying around. Ruddy's going to get poked.
Causing a lot of havoc for Dominican's offense.
So we'll take the quick break. 25.5 left to go. So we'll give Post an opportunity at least have semblance of a chance of a second shot. 20 seconds on the shot clock, so they can't completely drain the time. Most of it, if they so choose. Howard against Jaslyn Walker. Howard driving left, kicks it back out. Nunes fires, hits it. That's from a bit away.
There we go, first 3 ball of the day. Tamia Nunes letting it rip.
5 the shot.
We got some space.
Will be it. It's still loose, and that's going to be offensive rebound, but no shot. 17-15, we leave you. We'll be back in a minute or two, ladies and gents, as it's Dominican with the short lead. Back here as we're about to get underway in quarter number 2. Cody Shalfu, Mike Puglio. Mike, what did you see from both teams in that first half that got us to this point? We'll start with Dominican first, or first quarter rather. Well,
I think Dominican's gotten easier looks. I think their ability to kind of get to the paint with their ball movement has been key. And, hopefully for them, that three-pointer there can maybe create some momentum beyond the arc for them.
Walker back into the game after exiting a little bit earlier. He's out to Porter. Porter to the spin. What a move, and great defense by Howard stepping up, forcing the pass.
Rosignol just not on the same page with Porter there. I think Rosignol thought she was going to shoot it. She was ready for the rebound.
I think Porter was thinking she was going to shoot it when Howard stepped up, kind of changed ideas.
Some last-minute change of plans there. See if Post continues to pressure the ball. They've been at their best defensively when they've been able to force some deflections.
So Rennie Downey is going to get the screen, kicks it out, and in the passing lane was living Alyssa Rosignol.
Rosignol was almost heading the other way with that one.
Yep. And she has been their offensive force. Again, 17 points per game, 1.5 steals a game. I'm sure a few of those points come off of those transition steals, and also 80% from the free throw line, which is easily the best of any regular. Downey will step into the shot, and that's going to be a little long. Green comes out of the pack with the board. Walker rejects the screen, back out to Lanzadell. Rosignol jab step creates some space, and Green, just like a bull in a china shop. It's worked for her a couple times, but there's going to get the loose ball foul. A pretty foul-less first quarter, just 5 total. You had a couple and ones and a couple of free throws by both teams. But for the most part, everyone kept their hands to themselves. First foul of this quarter. Nunes to Howard. Howard misses everything again. Same spot she missed her other three-point ball, about the same fashion. Here goes Post, out and running. Porter hangs, can't hit. And now Dominican wants to run it. Nunes pushing the pace, going to stop, and a little bit too hard.
Both of these teams flying down the court right now. See if Post looks to slow it down here.
And they do. Kicked over to Tyson, who gets it back to Lansdale. And Rennie Downey is going to pick up the foul. So a bunch of subs. Leticia Watson, I think her first game action this year, as well as Delana Taylor checks back in. Tyson to the cup is fouled. Tiara Tyson started her career at Central Connecticut State. Makes the quick drive down here to Waterbury, where she is singing to the tune of 11 points per game and is shooting 74% from the foul line. First one is a little too much mustard on it.
It was good to see Tyson try and attack with her right hand there. Look to see if she does some more of that in the second quarter.
That one is in, so she'll split them from the line.
She's at her best when she's playing aggressive, looking to score.
And they're going to say travel, do not count the basket. And that free throw by Tyson snatched a 3-ish minute scoring drought for the Eagles. Now a scoring drought themselves, a little bit over 2 minutes for the Lady Chargers. Porter creates a bunch of space, but again, can't hit the layup through traffic.
That's what you want to see if you're Post.
Watson gets it down low, back out to Taylor as those two play pass a bit. Whistle blows. And it's going to be out of bounds for Dominican on the baseline. Snatched out of the air by Tyson. Back poke. And
Priester's able to get a piece of it.
Yeah, great job. Now,
Great cross-course pass.
Howard, it's pure. That's her family here in attendance again from nearby Naugatuck, about a stone's throw away from here. Great pass inside and a better finish by Rosignol.
That's a connection we've been waiting to see right there.
Lansdale, that was a pretty feed.
Finally, they're able to get Rosignol going in the pick and roll.
She now has a game-high 6, tied with Howard for that honor. 18-19, Dominican in the lead and looking to push the pace. Howard all the way, left-handed floater is missed. And on the rebound attempt is Delana Taylor, who will then get another chance to add some points from the free throw line.
And Delana Taylor is really the only true center in this game.
Yeah, like we mentioned, both teams not too terribly tall. And look at our handy-dandy roster here. 5'11" is the tallest post we'll get. Mackenzie Ford, the only player that is playing in that game, getting a lot of injuries for post. Rosignol is 5'10", and so she's about the truest big on the roster, but more of a forward wing, while Claire Green plays kind of the enforcer inside. And on the other side, 6'1", stands Delana Taylor. Emma Gribben, also 6'1", and she might get 10 minutes here or there. But again, not too much size, especially for those who regularly get minutes. First time we've seen Emma Carmen. A transfer from Quinnipiac. She has it now. She's going to set the screen. 9 seconds to shoot. Porter kicks it out. Tyson lets it go, and that's going to be a team rebound for Dominican out of bounds.
Great defensive possession there by Dominican. Tiara Tyson, that's not really the shot that she wants to take. End of shot clock type situation there, no choice.
Selected to be near the top of the CACC. And there's a steal. Other way, Day Cox. Noons is going to foul. Oh, not foul her, but contest. And that's the second time. It looked eerily similar to the last time that Jasmine Day Cox was going down the lane for a layup, where Noons pursued it and then just left a little short.
Yeah, just another easy one left there at the rim. That's 4 points left on the table, but expect Jasmine Day Cox to get a few more steals potentially. She leads the team with 2.9 per game.
Post shooting sub 30%, while Dominican a much more palatable 42. And then just the 2 threes combined, as Noon's going to have an easy short jumper.
Doesn't get easier than that one. Dominican just continuing to move the ball and find the open person under the basket.
Walker trying to find the corner to turn. She ends up getting it in.
Strong drive there by Walker.
A great job by her, flipping it up over some good defense.
Jasmine Day Cox is applying that pressure again. Almost ends up in a steal.
Noons hit a long 3 earlier. This one will rattle out. But offensive board by Watson. She'll take it out.
2 extra opportunities for Dominican here.
And there's a bounce pass right to Tyson. She'll take it up, and she'll hit the layup this time. 22-21. Post retakes the lead. Been back and forth. I think the largest lead tonight's been 3. And we just saw it a moment ago.
Yeah, both of these teams incredibly even.
Poked loose again. Walker not giving up on it, diving on the ground. It's going to go post way. Big effort play by Jaslyn Walker.
Yeah, as you said in the beginning of this game, both teams in similar positions in the conference right now, looking to potentially go over 500 in the near future.
And both teams right there. Again, 2-5 record in the CACC for Post heading into play today. 3-6 for Dominican. They are right there, and a game like this is going to have a lot of implications when it comes towards the end of February and deciding who's playing, who's not. This is stripped. Last touch by Dominican. Alina Skyers comes in, and just a moment ago, Brianna Pope checked in as well. Rossignol. One-on-one, a rare time we've seen that. She'll use the shoulders to
She'll
create
be very
some
comfortable
space.
doing that. Able to put the ball on the left hand and then able to spin right back to the right.
Yeah, she's been watching the Candace Parker tape. And it's going to be 3 seconds. So Dominican starting to unravel there, had a 3-point lead, and then immediately you look up and it's a 3-point deficit. 3 minutes, 31 seconds. Cody Shalfu, Mike Buglio here for you. We'll also have the men's game coming up after this. Again, 5:30 tip on this one. We just hit 6 o'clock local time. 7:30 is the approximate tip. Rossignol can't hit from outside, but that time is subject to vary.
Dominican taking their time now on the break. They decide not to push it.
Kicked it back out. Great ball movement from the Lady Chargers. An offensive board off the missed 3 for Howard. Relocates and gets it to go. Great push shot with the left hand.
What a job by Howard tracking the board, too. You don't always see that from a guard.
Rossignol 3 or 4 around her. Almost got it to go, but almost doesn't count in this game. Shuffles it ahead. Pope can't hold on to it, and then's going to commit the foul.
It'll be interesting to see when Rossignol will get a break. She hasn't come out yet this half.
No, again, like you mentioned before, not quite the minutes leader, but right there. At 29.1, you have 3 others ahead of her by just minute here or there. But they're going to run her to the ground, especially when you're trying to increase the lead. So they'll throw Tiara Tyson on the other side of the court as they set up their offense. Iverson cut. And travel is the call. Tyson tried to turn the corner and blew out a tire in the process and turned it over. Now it's Dominican setting up shop against this 1-3-1. Not a common defense you see.
Emma Carmen anchoring the paint there. Acting as that traditional center, I guess you could say.
Carmen will let it go from distance and knocks it down. 37% shooter from 3. One of the better marks on the team in the Quinnipiac transfer.
Looks like Rossignol was tight roping that baseline there. Looked close to the out of bounds.
Yeah, using that gravity to suck some Dominican players in. And we'll go to post on the errant pass.
Post goes a little bit smaller with Cameron Porter in the lineup for Emma Carmen.
So what they have, 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half. It's been a tight one, but a 4-point lead for Post, the largest of the evening. Walker trying to make it 7, and she does.
That one looked good coming off her hand.
Great shot by Walker, just 14% from 3 this season. That's going to help that number a little bit. Gets it down low. Got Tyson off the air, or off the ground into the air, and Ilana Taylor will go to the line studying information technology. And again, one of 6 sport. How do you have time to play 6 sports in high school?
I don't know.
Well,
That seems like a busy schedule.
Or there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, that's a talent right there. She was able to put enough time into basketball, obviously, to pursue it at the next level.
So they're not going to say shot. Interesting call.
Tough to get open there on that inbound play.
Howard is hounded. She'll push it up. Again, like that lefty push shot. Porter gets it and gets into space, but she'll slow it up.
Yeah, smartly slows it down. They didn't have the numbers there in transition. Looks like each team will get maybe 1 possession left.
Depending how quick Post likes to go. Pull-up jump shot is off. Rosignol falling away. Can't put enough mustard on it to get there. Priester. Errant pass on the ground. And now Howard can slow it up. And it's going to be a foul on Lanzadell. No one in true foul trouble yet. Tyson, Green, and Porter have 2 each. And a couple of 1s sprinkled around for both teams.
Yeah, Postman able to go on a little bit of a run here as we look at the scoreboard before this
12-2 run, last 4 minutes, 47 seconds. And if you want to condense it the last 2.5 minutes, it's been 6-0 Post. Into the corner, Nunes, it dried up quickly. Shot is good, and that might be the last one we get. And they're going to say not 3. In the corner was Javier.
Really good job by Javier, though, getting open, locating to an open spot.
And 0.3 on the clock, nothing to really do there. So a tight half, 30-25. Real good effort for both teams. We will be back after halftime, 15 minutes on the clock. We'll see you then, folks. 30-25, Post with the lead. Cody Shalfu, Mike Puglio back with you here as we're about a minute and a half away from the second half. And it's a very close one. We're going over the stats. Not really much stands out in why Post is winning. The only thing we could think of, hit a couple more threes. But other than that, everything else is pretty even. Rebounding has evened itself out. Turnovers and assists are about even. Fast break points around even. Second chance points around even. Paint points off turn around even. So let's take a look at the stars today. It's Kayla Howard, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, doing a whole bunch of stuff, but one thing struggling for the field at 4 of 12. How has Post been playing her to get to those marks?
Well, the shot hasn't been there from outside of the three-point land, so that hasn't helped her. But she's been aggressive getting to like the mid-range area. But Post, they've been playing good defense. You know, they've kind of forced her into some of those shots that she wishes she could have back. But I think she needs to continue to get to that paint area and continue to shoot because she is one of their best offensive weapons. Inevitably, they're going to go in.
And kind of the same script for Alyssa Rosignol. 8 points as well, 5 rebounds, so doing other things when the shot isn't falling. 4 for 10 for her, but her game has been mostly more inside. And again, also kind of struggling. We've seen Dominican throw multiple defenders at her every time she touches the ball.
Yeah, it's been tough for her guards to get her the ball down in the around the block. Dominicans just played with their hands up. They've made those passing lanes contested, and that's kind of hurt Post's offense a little bit here. But as long as they can get Rosignol the ball, they should be good in the second half to at least play some efficient offense.
There we go, 30-25 as we start half number 2. Post with the lead, and Dominican will start with the ball. And it'll be Sky Priester, Tamia Nunes, Isabel Javier, Kayla Howard, and Ilana Taylor. So the starters out there for Dominican. A quick turnover. Rosignol trying to get her going, and she back rims it.
Yeah, Jaslyn Walker passed up on the layup there to try and get Rosignol a look. I like that start on defense for Post with Lanzado using her hands to create a deflection.
Gets all the way into the corner, and down goes Javier. She had a 2-point shot at the very end of the first half. It was originally viewed as a 3, but quickly changed to a 2-point shot. It's going to come towards us in the scorer's table. Pretty good view. Courtside seats have to pay. They actually paying us to be here at the courtside seats.
Well, yeah, it's nice to hold down these seats. What a wonderful view we got here. Sky Priester using her hands there to make it as difficult for Post to get into their offense as possible.
Rosignol, we're going to go to work at the elbow. Goes left, creates some space, and hits.
Great to see her use her left hand. It almost didn't look like she was too comfortable in the first half using the left hand. I wonder if that was a point of emphasis at halftime.
Dominican as a team shooting around 41%. Javier, this one's long. Isabel Javier, 19% from 3.
Yeah, they're able to track the offensive board and are able to capitalize, get the second chance points.
Yep, so that's 6 total second chance points compared to Post's 8. But a lot of those came very early on.
Those rebounding margins are so tight. That would be Dominican's 19th rebound to Post's 21. That's a stat we're going to look at as the game goes on.
And it was Post with the early advantage in that category, but again, it has evened itself out. And Porter ends up on her backside, and she will go to shoot 67%, so 2 out of every 3 for Cameron Porter. .4 minutes per game is the leader in that category. Her 10.2 points per game put her at 3rd. And it's not a very deep team. You have 4 players out with injury and just 9 available. It wasn't a big roster to begin with. So you got to squeeze every last ounce of merit out of everybody. The lowest points per game getter for those who have played for Post this year, 12. That's over a whole quarter. Long rebound goes to Post. They'll set things up. Lanzadell will get it to Jaslyn Walker. They'll clear out for Rosignol, and that's just too easy. She loves that jab step. That's Dirk Carmelo Anthony-esque.
Yeah, she likes to square up her defender and present to them many different scoring possibilities. She just pulls up for the jumper that time.
Priester well short on the floater, 2-on-1.
Here she comes on the break.
And a little rondo action, and it gets it to go. And a timeout is quickly a 10-point lead for Post. We'll keep it here. Let's talk about the coaching staff for Post University while we have a moment. It's Courtney Burns in her third season here with the Eagles. She played at Rhode Island College and had many different stops as a head coach at Mitchell, where she's the all-time program leader in wins with a little bit over 70. Twice NECC champions and twice NECC Coach of the Year down there with the Mariners. She had stops as assistant with Southern New Hampshire, Southern Connecticut State, and Johnson and Wales. Was an LEC champ, an LEC first team all-selection and all-defender as well. John Lukes, Ernest Britt, Dylan Lucy, Maya Klein, Jared Ware, who's a graduate assistant and the director of social media here, are on the bench, while Ashley Holdridge is the director of basketball operations. Back-to-back wins by over double digits for Post. It's 86-48 win against Wilmington, a Wilmington team who's seen better days, as we talked pregame, 0-16 at the time of the loss. Win versus Caldwell as well on the 14th, and 55-42, trying to go 3 in a row. A team that is 14-33 all-time against Dominican. Have lost the last 2 matchups, but been fairly even since 2017, as they're 8-9 in their previous 17 matchups dating back to that 2017 season. This is deflected and loose. Porter, and it's Post who have been picking up a whole bunch of turnovers and turning them into points. Oh, just how they drew it up.
Lanzadell turning defense into offense there for Post. She's been very effective as a defender in this second half.
And like we were talking about coming out of the break, nothing really in the stats points to the reason why this lead is now 17-10, the turnover mark, as Dominican has not kept care of the ball. And that's been the difference here, especially early on in this third.
Yeah, as Post has gotten more and more into this game, they've gotten more comfortable, and you can see that they're starting to utilize the fast break a little bit more in the second half.
As you know, is going to contest, but Priester's going to knock it down in her face anyway. That's a good answer. A scoreless drought of over 2 minutes ends there. 7-0 run was just broken as well last 2 minutes. That one is pure from outside. Lanzadell.
Lanzadell's got it going right now.
High arcing shot.
She finally gets that 3 ball to drop. She's had a few that have come short of the net, but that time it's nothing but pure.
Yeah, 2 of 6 for her now. That's literally punched out of the air. And Porter is going to pick up.
Yeah, that ball pressure's been a lot more effective for Post. We credited Dominican early in the game for being able to handle the pressure, but a few turnovers now, a few too many. And that's why we have this the score differential that we have right now.
Yeah, Walker and Green come off the floor for Post, and Ilana Taylor will also take a seat for Dominican. 42-29. Post in this quarter alone has been real good. Lanzadell will try to relocate. Rosignol again loves that face-up move, just misses. She blew up, had 6 quick points, and now is 7 for 16 shooting. Pull-up shot is good by Katera Ruddy.
Yeah, and it's evident that's the area that Dominican wants to get to score the basketball. That's where they're having their most success.
Porter will step on the line.
Right back to the zone defense.
Emma Carmen acting as the anchor down low, but it's really Jasmine Day Cox in that nail position who holds the key to this. She's asked to cover so much ground and basically be everywhere. Nunes finds a little bit of space and rebound by Ruddy. They'll take a second chance at it. And either out of bounds or
Looks like
travel.
Looks like maybe she stepped out of bounds there.
Step out of bounds is the call.
Didn't look like it to me.
No, I thought she had plenty of room.
Yeah, that Dominican coaching staff doesn't like the call either.
Yeah, unless Kaylee Ahern has the largest feet of all time, I think she was in, but we don't get paid to make those decisions. I will say, fun fact, Shaquille O'Neal physically cannot shoot a corner three because his feet either go over the line or his heels go out of bounds.
Gets to save a little time in the gym there. Doesn't have to practice it.
No. Imagine Shaq with a corner three ball. Disgusting. So it's going to be jump ball. Neither referee could make a decision. So it's going to be defaulted to the possession arrow, which does say post-possession. Porter, as Daycox was not paying attention. She was looking to set the screen, and either Porter thought that she was open or thought the screen had already happened and the player was supposed to be curling a little earlier. Either way, a turnover for posts. Still a 7-point gap in it, but 19-12.
Look at that effort there by Jasmine Day Cox. I was going to say that's Cameron Porter's back-to-back turnovers on post offensive possessions.
And that's a tough pass. It's still in, and that's going to go out of bounds as Howard had to go to the floor to get it.
No question on that one. Lancedale will check back in.
So Lancedale 2 for 5 from 3, 8 points. Walker with 9 and then 14, the mark to get. Howard has not taken a shot in this half. Had 12 in the first half, nothing so far. They've kept the ball out of her hands. And post defense has really picked things up. Porter curling, gonna get to the lane and still can't finish. There'll be a few times she's gotten good layup attempts, but hasn't got to go. Ruddy going a little bit too fast for her own self. Porter, again, still can't finish, but will have a chance at least at some points with the free throws coming up. Went down hard.
That's Porter's shot. She wants to get to the right hand. She wants to attack the defender and draw the contact. Great job there.
Yeah, not much space between the wall and the baseline. And the Drubner Center, quaint, I guess we'll go with it. It's not the largest of arenas, we'll see. So especially driving to the basket hard. You got some scary moments sometimes going into the, it's padded, but trust me, it only does so much. Remember the middle school I played at designed much the same. Actually was only 2/3 of the size of an actual regulation basketball court. Only about 65 feet from one end to the other. Cody Shalafu, Mike Puglio here on the call. We'll be on the call again for the men's version of this matchup as the Chargers and the Eagles face off. 7:30 is the expected tip time, but if it goes a little bit over, it'll go a little bit over. Nothing set in stone quite yet. Ruddy will go to the line. And she's a little upset about herself that she didn't hit it.
Strong take there by Ruddy. I like that move to get to the basket. She's able to get the contact. Unfortunately, can't finish through it, but these are two big free throws coming up for Dominican.
Yeah, you have a lot of admiration for these student athletes because they are students and athletes, and a lot of them are all of them are going to classes and taking some hard courses. But I always have a special place for the nursing majors who are also student athletes, and Ruddy being one of them. There's a few on both rosters that are doing that, and I had friends who were nursing majors. That's no joke. I had friends who played basketball and played sports. That's no joke. Doing both together seems borderline impossible. And Ruddy's not only doing that, but doing it as a freshman and doing that while scoring double digits in her first season of college ball. Truly incredible.
Very impressive. She doesn't play like a freshman either. You wouldn't expect that if you didn't have that in front of you.
Makes a veteran move there, and Walker is going to go down.
Ooh.
And she's hurt.
Yeah.
Priester gets it to go, and that is going to be time.
Yeah, Dominican takes advantage of the numbers, but this doesn't look good.
Yeah, we will take the time. We'll be back. We're going to pause at 2 minutes, 15 seconds of the third, 43-33 post the lead. So Jaslyn Walker is up and walking, which is good. Took a second just to kind of regain herself. Hopefully everything's all right. She had to leave a little bit earlier in the contest, but didn't end up coming back. She walks right to the locker room or in the training room, so we'll see if she can come back. In the meantime, Tiara Tyson will come in to replace her. 43-33. Post with the lead and the ball. Green when everyone else will clear out. Rajano, I think he got maybe a hand on it, but either way, it still goes in. As now really finding her stride is Rosignol. 8 points in the first half, 8 points in this quarter.
Yeah, Rosignol can do so much. She can attack the rim from there. She's very good with that jumper from and around the paint. She can really do it all as far as scoring the basketball.
Green, an athletic catch there. She'll also be playing women's lacrosse in the spring. Once basketball is wrapped up, she did that at Rhode Island College as well. It's pretty good.
What lacrosse. A cut.
That's a great cut, great find, and one. And Porter lets you know about it.
Yeah, she's hyped. What a feed there by Rosignol to create the bucket. You think her ability to score may have attracted some of the attention from the Dominican defense?
Yeah, she's been doing stuff like that all game. 17-8, the points in this quarter with Post in the lead there.
Last time we saw the Post ladies here at the Drubner Center, we saw what they were able to do. They're looking for back-to-back impressive wins on their home floor.
Oh, that's a great job. Day Cox finally gets a layup to go this time. The lead is up to 16, and that's the largest that
Look at the hands.
Turnovers.
Tyson Egg and Rosignol.
Yep, Tyson will get the layup. That will miss. Day Cox will get the second chance. Rosignol puts it up. That's in. And they'll play him on.
Post defense is just collapsing on these ball handlers.
Yep. Timeout. Howard the one to take it. And full timeout will be it. 51-33 will take the break. Post breaking free. So just to kind of keep in mind here, 21 points scored by Post in this quarter alone. The last 2 quarters combined for Dominican, 16. The defense has stepped up, and in turn the offense has been getting better looks. And Post, who was shooting sub 30% in that first half, have climbed it up near to 45 at 43.8.
Yeah, you could really feel the energy from that run during the last timeout. Dominican's got a lot to overcome as we head towards the fourth quarter.
Yeah, before that bucket there, it was 9-2 run in the last 4.5 minutes. Or actually almost 5 minutes. Just 18 seconds remain, and most of that on the shot clock, but they do have to get a shot off. 5 to shoot. It's going to be number 5 to shoot. And Day Cox.
Great defense by Kayla Howard to stop the drive there.
Yep, Green got tied up, and that's going to go way a post. And remember, we had that situation where neither of the referees kind of knew who came off in the corner there, gave the possession arrow at Post. Post would have maybe had the ball there if that possession arrow didn't change. So it gives Dominican one last answer. Priester, it's up. Front rim. And a rebound by Jasmine Day Cox.
Not a bad look there given the time.
Yeah, one of the best quarters for Post all year comes in a pivotal moment, and they stretch their lead to 16 points. We'll be back in a couple, folks. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the ending of this one. 51 Post, 34 Dominican heading to the fourth. And the wonderful wise words of Rick Ross bring us into this fourth quarter, 51-35, and a very evenly matched game in the first half. The third quarter itself was all Post, Mike.
Yeah, we got a 16-point differential here. It's really going to take Dominican, their defensive attitude to get them back into the game.
Tiara Tyson starts things off with a tough shot to increase the lead to just below 20. It's 18 at 53-35.
Question is, how can Dominican get it into the middle of this Post defense? Maybe they'd find a little more success working inside out here.
And really the first half, it was they were breaking the press and breaking the pressure, Post has backed off and really set up their defense a little bit more. It's been tough for Dominican to break it, like you mentioned, down low. Scooped and scored, Dominican adds on.
Yeah, as we say that, they find an easy bucket. It's been a rare one, though, this second half.
Porter gets it to hang and gets it to go.
Porter with the answer. She's not going to be stopped right now in the paint. She's getting there with such ease.
Just her second field goal. She has a few layups that she's left on the rim. This one finally banks in. Outside shot from Ahern is true. She wears number 3 for a reason. Kaylee Ahern from West Sand Lake, New York.
If anyone's going to get Dominican back in the game with the 3 ball, it's going to be Ahern. She shoots 32%, the only player to shoot over 30% from 3.
And Coach Burns will take a timeout with Post in a peculiar spot. Let's talk about the coach situation over here for Dominican. Mel Diner, 16th season, been here for a while. Also, crazy Chris Brown pull for Transformia. Crazy Chris Brown pull. Anyway, Mel Diner, 2-time CACC champion. That came the last couple of years. A win in 2023 and a win in 2021. They've had this kind of weird back and forth where in 2021 they won. 2022 wasn't a great year. Won in 23, 24. Then this year hasn't really been that great. So it's kind of been a really good year at year. Another record-setting year at year. Kyle Jarrett, 7th season here is the assistant coach, is labeled as the associate head coach. He has been the assistant coach and the head coach at Nyack College, both for the men's and women's side. He's done a whole bunch of coaching there for about well over a decade. You got Kellyanne Dunley in her 10th season, Kayla Latimer in her 4th, Alexis Suarez in her 2nd, and David Julian is also an volunteer coach, with a couple of those coaches being former Dominican players.
Look at that fake by Rosignol.
Yeah, didn't get the bucket, but did end up drawing the foul. As kind of left Nunes in the dust. And Nunes, all she could do was foul. First is good. Again, about 80% for Rosignol. Third team All-ACC a year ago, like we mentioned, is most likely going to end up on the first or second squad if she keeps up her season. 2-time All-State, 4-time All-Conference, 1,000 points, conference champ. Also played soccer in high school, studying communications here. Just a junior, so you could have 1, maybe 2 more years of Rosignol here with Post if she decides to stick that way, and has been awesome since coming to campus from Niagara.
Dominican did a good job there attacking the middle of the zone. Unfortunately, Ruddy just took a little step without the dribble there. Gets called for the travel.
Eagles a chance to push this to a 20-plus point lead. And this is well off, as just miscalibrating the shot was Lanzadell.
Watch out down the court.
And the counterpart down there, Kaylee Ahern, got down there. You saw it, but just a little bit too late. And a turnover from Dominican.
Yeah, very rarely do you see Post late to get back on defense. That's one of the points of emphasis for Courtney Burns, is to always have her defense set.
Started the season 1-7, and you add in 2 cancellations there as Green. It was 3/4 of the way down, but then pops out.
Yeah, 2 cancellations for 2 early games that they would have had at home, too. You never know where they could be right now if potentially they had those opportunities on their home floor.
I believe Bentley and Delphi, I believe, were on the schedule earlier that got canceled. 2 pretty good teams, so it was be a nice little test yourself game as well. They prioritized being healthy. They only had 3 or 4 players ready to go for those games. That's why they had to cancel them. But they're starting to turn that corner. Like we talked earlier, a little continuity is going to go a long way for this team.
Yeah,
great job.
Those experiences of only having those low numbers, they build a team closer as the season goes on. Can only get up from there, right?
Yes. The only thing is they're on that thin ice of one player goes down or one starter goes down, and it gets a little bit brutal from there. But triple teamed as Rosignol, and she kicks it out.
Yeah, she's just trying to find a little opening around the paint.
Claire Green trying to dump it down with 3 on the shot clock, and that's a turnover. Here comes Dominican.
Ruddy with the takeaway.
Howard patient with it, kicks it back out. That's a rebound by Claire Green. She's at 8. Day Cox lets it go and gets it all.
Nothing but net there for Day Cox. 38% three-point shooter.
A full timeout, so we'll take the full break with you. 6 minutes, 22 seconds. We'll take the break. Again, the lead now 19. So actually it turns out to be a 30-second timeout. Now let's revisit some of these numbers, Mike. And again, we talked about them being very even. Rebounding actually now in Dominican's favor at 31-28, so a 3-point advantage there. The assists, though, 6 advantage for posts as they've been passing the ball around a little bit more and getting a lot of these buckets. The turnovers now an 11 advantage as Dominican has turned it over well. A lot more than Post has. 16-10 bench points. Post in the lead there. Steals 15-8, so not just turnovers, but live ball turnovers, which are important. And the points off turnovers is your big one. 23 for the Eagles, 15 for the Lady Chargers. So those turnovers ended up being the difference here, and still some time left, but got to get going if you're Dominican.
Yeah, we really saw Post kind of turn up their defensive intensity at halftime, and they have not let down since.
Hop step, and it's going to be foul on the floor, and they're going to get Carmen for it. Noon's the only player in foul trouble right now. She has 4, and she's been the leading scorer for the Lady Chargers with 9 points. Also has 4 rebounds, a couple assists, and a steal. 5 turnovers for Priester, 5 turnovers for Howard. Noon's can't add on to her already team high 9. Ruddy, a couple of chances at it. And it's going to be a foul on Lanzadell. And Ruddy will go to the line.
Yeah, some of those shots under the rim have gotten away from him here.
Katura Ruddy, 54% from the field, which is great efficiency, especially for the freshman. 63% from the line. This game, 2 for 5, 2 for 4 from the line, but approaching double-digit rebounds with 9. First one knocks through. Also note Howard, the only player to not sit so far. Played all 35 minutes. Both teams struggling from the field, just 1 for their last 4 or 5 field goal percentage attempts respectively. Also note, still haven't seen Jaslyn Walker end up back out here. As the tight quarters pass is deflected, Tiara Tyson can't hold on to it off the pass from Carmen. Noon's a little bit too close on the bounce pass.
Yeah, those are turnovers that they can't afford with this much time left to go in the game.
Yep. Rossignol comes in. You'd assume she's probably staying out here for the rest of the 4 minutes and 45 seconds here to play. Rossignol on cue.
Got to get
Comes
back.
up short. Oh, great bounce pass as Ahern ahead of the pack. Cherry picking a bit, but she ran out on the shot attempt.
Yeah, it's great vision. That's great urgency getting down the floor by Kaylee Ahern. Got to get an easy one if you can.
Tyson to Claire Green. She thought about the pass, will opt for the shot. Almost got her own board. And I think she ended up saving it. I think they're discussing it, but giving it to post. So the hustle from Claire Green she's been known for. And a smart heads-up play. It's Mia Nunes as a defensive player of the week under her belt in her career as well, and shows it there from Worcester, Massachusetts. Green comes into play late and gets the pass break up. Howard rolls to the basket to go outside to Nunes. Ruddy cuts, puts it up. And
What
a
a
blocking
move.
foul, and Porter will get charged with it.
Big hop step there to get to the rim. That's been her move today.
Yeah, she is aggressive, and that's what you love to see from the freshman, Katura Ruddy.
Their confidence isn't something that she lacks as a freshman.
Not at all. And again, the other thing to note, Howard still hasn't taken a shot in the second half. 4 of 12. She's getting others involved. A game-high 5 assists. But need her as a scorer.
Yeah, she's done a little bit of everything tonight. Just hasn't been the most efficient performance from her.
Post will retain, 19 to shoot, 3 minutes 35 on the game clock. As we approach the final hours of this one in the fourth quarter, Green, close quarters bounce pass, and Rossignol couldn't get it down, but there's Claire Green again, the hustle board. That's her 10th of the day. Again, more of a wing, but is kind of forced to play as the big in this lineup. And a fresh 20 on the shot clock as well after the foul. Lanzadell kicks it out. Rossignol, nope. And a foul on Claire Green, her third.
Just unable to finish with the left hand, though. They clear the paint out for her. I like that offensive play. Just got to finish it.
A couple chances at it. Couldn't extend the lead, but did drain some precious seconds from the game clock. Ahern can't hit that three. Rossignol gets it. It's her 8th board.
Yeah, she's been very good on the boards today. One of the taller ladies out there.
Respectable 9 of 22. Not terrible.
Pass just a little airborne there. targeting Rosignol under the basket. Maybe leaving a little bit of a door open for Dominican with 2.5 to go.
Yeah, the way basketball is played now, a couple of threes and you're right back in it, but you got to get those threes and hit them.
Yeah, watch out for number 3, Kaylee Ahern. She's the three-point shooter. She's in that right corner.
Priester's going to take a shot at it. It comes up short, grazed the rim, and Claire Green, her 11th rebound.
We'll see if Dominican starts to pressure the ball a little bit more. It looks like they're going to have to create some turnovers.
Four to shoot. They got to get it off. Rosignol turn. That's a beautiful possession.
Fights through the double.
And that could be it.
So impressive there by Rosignol. Could be the dagger.
Yeah, the bench starting to come out for Dominican. It's loose. Rosignol will get it. And
add another stat to her sheet.
Yep, she's approaching double-double. 9 boards.
She'll handle the rock here.
Eight seconds to shoot. And Claire Green picks up the rebound. And again, you can pretty much kiss it goodnight. Turnover. Ruddy takes it up the floor. Nunes got to go quick with it, and Ruddy with the one to dump it in. Nunes still hustling to the wrestle. And they will hold Prest, and Posts will make it 3 in a row for the Eagles as Dominican slides again. Dominican, they'll be still on the road for the next 2 weeks at Holy Family and at Goldie Beacom this upcoming Saturday and next Saturday before they return home to begin February. As that shot did not get off in time, 13.5 seconds. Next for Post, they'll be on the road on Thursday at Felician, and then back home this Saturday against Chestnut Hill, and then Bridgeport back at home shortly after that. Great game, Mike. Both teams, again, the first half was super tight. It's still, even though Post picked up the lead, it still remained tight until the very end. Both teams were giving their best effort, but ultimately a Rosignol big scoring second half. Defense stepped up and locked everybody down, and that's a real good team effort by Post.
Yeah, back-to-back games here at the Jubner Center where the third quarters really decided the outcome for Post. A 21-10 run today. That's really where they got their separation.
And like we said, 3 in a row for Post, their first 3-game winning streak of the season. And for Dominican, they lost 4 of the last 5, make it 5 of the last 6. And this one ends up being a 15-point deficit, which makes the 9th time they lost by 10 or more. And in that stretch of losing 4 or 5, now 5 of 6, that's 4 by 15 in that stretch. So Dominican is kind of in a little rut here, and they're going to have to try to figure it out.
Yeah, they're going to have to claw their way out of that. No, it all starts with one game. Were some positives for Dominican today. I believe they led on the glass with the rebounds. They're able to get some second chances for themselves. Just got to do a little bit better about getting the ball in the basket, but there's definitely some bright spots for this team going forward.
So 62-47 is the win. Again, the men's game will be on tap about 30 minutes from now. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a quick player interview before that, and then we'll get right into the next game. Cody Shalfu, Mike Puglio. Mike, great job today. We'll see you on the game end in just a moment, and we'll be back in a second. All right, Cody Shalfa back here with Megan Lanzadell. And Megan, a great team win for you guys today, especially in that third quarter. You guys turned it up, and especially defensively, getting in the passing lanes with your 1-3-1 defense. Just kind of talk about what the talk was in halftime and how that led to that big run in the third.
You know, at halftime we talked about how we had to pick it up specifically defensively. We had a lot of mistakes on the defensive end, and that was carrying over into why we weren't scoring the ball. So that was really what we focused on. Right,
and that led to a lot of offense. You guys have been rolling now. It's 3 in a row, your first 3-game win streak. And how good does it feel to kind of have some continuity now? I know the beginning of the season was a little up and down with some injuries up and down the roster. You guys are healthier than you have been all year. You guys are playing very good basketball. How does it feel to kind of get in that rhythm?
It feels great, you know, especially this is my last year, so we've had that conversation. We have 2 seniors. Like, we really want to focus on playing together and playing as a team so that, you know, we have a great end of our season.
Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Great team win the day,
you.
And you did awesome today.
Thank you.
All right, and Cody Shalfa here with leading scorer Alyssa Rosignol. And Alyssa, towards that third quarter, I talked about it with Megan. You guys really switched things up. You got going. You had double digits in that quarter alone. How for you as a scorer like that, does it only take just one bucket to get going, or what's kind of the mindset when, especially you weren't shooting the best in the first half, but really turned it up in the second?
Yeah, I think I've had to learn that I have to let the game come to me. I think sometimes I try to rush it, but I know what I'm capable of, and it's just a matter of time before I get going. Yeah, once I see it go in once or twice and get out of my head a little bit, the flow is nice. But also just like a teamwork, I felt like my team got me the ball in better positions, and they trusted me and picked me up. So it's not just me, it's everyone.
Right, and everyone played exceptional defense in that second half. And I just want to look, Kayla Howard was kind of the one you guys probably circled coming in, 14 points per game. Didn't shoot a single time in that whole second half, and you held her just 4 of 12. How awesome is it to know that you guys, when you lock in, you can kind of neutralize a force like that, and you can really do that to anyone?
It's awesome. I think we put in so much work in practice, and I know everyone says everyone in the country does, but I truly think this is a special team, and I think we truly work. We challenge each other. We go at it. But at the end of the day, it's like we're sweating. We're tired. Like, after even shoot around, practice, whatever it is, we're competing. That's been our word of the week, kind of like of the month, is just compete. It doesn't matter who it is. And, like, if in practice it's each other, but in the games it's the other team. And I feel like we have to keep pushing. We're never content. Like, this is just a building block. Like, we have a lot of tough opponents all year, and I think we just have to keep pushing and keep perfecting what we do.
All right, well, great job, Alyssa. Again, 1-7 start. You guys are on a roll now. You guys really getting playing good basketball when you need to. Yeah. Great job. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to do it here for the women's version of this game. But if you're itching for more, don't worry. We got some more coming up about 18 minutes, so don't go anywhere. The men's version of this game, Cody Shalfa, Mike Puglio will be back on it again. We'll see you in 20 minutes, guys. But the win for the ladies here, 62-47. They're on a roll, 3 in a row. We'll see you next time.